Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show how to find the duplicate number problem. So given an unsorted array containing n plus 1 numbers taken from the range 1 to n, the array has only one duplicate but can be repeated multiple times. Find a duplicate number without using any extra space. You are however allowed to modify the input array, right? So as you can see, this array, the first example array, our array is input is 1, 4, 4, 2, 3, right? So the repeated one is, the duplicate is 4. As you can see, contains n plus 1 number taken from 1 to n, right? So here the source is 1 to 4, right? Our input are taken from 1 to 4, right? And 4 is repeated twice, right? So for this problem, for this kind, as we've already done in the previous problem in this category, we need to bring every number to its correct positions. For example, currently 1 is at its correct positions from the source, right? Compare the source. So we are 1 and it's 5, so we move to 4. For number 4, it should be here, right? Which now 3 is sitting up. So we swap 3 and 4. Okay, so 3 come here. Now 4 is at correct positions, but 3 is not. So again, 3 should be here. So we swap 3 and 4 again. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. So now 3 come back to its correct positions, but 4 is not, right? So we may want to swap 4, bring 4 to its correct positions, but as you can see, there's another 4 at the place. There's another 4 at where that this 4 should be at, right? So in this case, we can return right away because we know that there's a duplicate here, right? Let's try another example. So we have 6 number here, right? So the input is taken from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we started to is 2 is not at correct position, so we should bring 2 here, right? So we swap here. Okay, 2 come back to its positions, but so now let's check current one, which is 1. 1 is also at correct position, so we move on. Again, 2 is at correct position, so move on. 3, yes, it is here. As you can see, 3 here is not at correct positions. It should be at here, but there's another 3 there, so we just return the duplicate number, right, which is 3 in this case. Another example. So we have 5 numbers, so they're taken from 1 to 4, right? So 2 is not a correct position, so bring 2 here and swap 2 with 4. Okay, 2 come back to its correct positions, but 4 is not. Now we check the place that 4 should be here, but there's another 4 there, so just return 4 right away. Right? So let's code it down. I'm going to do cyclic sort here, bring each number to its correct positions. So I'm going to use a while loop. Right? Let's start from 0, I 0, as long as I less than num of length. Right? So the current number is nums at index I, and the correct index of this number should be the correct index of each number should be num minus 1, right? As you can see here, the number 1 should be at index 0, 2 at index 1, and so on. So how many cases do we have here? There are 2 cases, right? Either we swap or we continue with another loop, right? So if want to do swapping if the current number is not at correct index, which means I is different than correct index of the current number. I is not at correct index, and I is not at the correct index. The current number is not at correct positions, and the number that is sitting at the current number. Wait a minute. So if the current number is not at its correct index, and the number that is sitting at the current number at where the current number should be at, right, is also not at correct positions. It's a little bit confusing here. So for example, here we are at 4, right? We're checking 4. 4 is not at correct positions, right? Here is the first check, and the number that is sitting at the position that current 4 should be in also is not at correct positions, right? So the numbers at correct index numbers also is not correct positions, so it should be different than the value should be different than the index plus 1. In this guy, I wanna do a swap. Let's swap I, number at I, and correct index. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Actually, we can return it. We can do nested logic here to check if if there's another, for example, if there's another 4 here sitting at index 3, here's index 3, then we're gonna just return the number right away because we know that it's a duplicate, right? So we can do something like if this is the case, as well. Now also I'm going to return what? I'm going to return numbers, the current number right here, like for example right here 4 is not at correct positions, so we check the other side, the position that 4 should be at, right? there's another 4 there, so we just return the current number file. Let's return here. So if the current number is at break index, then I'm gonna go ahead and then I'm gonna go ahead with I'm gonna move ahead. If it fall into this case, we're not gonna increment I. Right. So let's run it. Let's run a test. Okay, it works. So that's it for my duplicate number. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.